Just a quick one, I've started a Twitch and I'm going to be streaming Football Manager over there, so FM20, it's going to be really chill and I'll be starting at the start of next week. I'd really appreciate it if you could follow me, it's at the official FNG over there as well, but a link is in the top line of the description. If you don't do it, then you have to slap your auntie. And listen, I don't make the rules.
Welcome to the Gulag.
Roses are red. Lots of people will see this. FNG has a small penis.
Not this again. I've already said it was just a cold day. So hello and welcome all yet again to another episode of Football This Week. And this is the series where I bring to you the best and more frequently the worst of what football has to offer online and on social media. But every 7 days, because it's this week. Because I kind of... And it's yet another opportunity to take a look at this godforsaken year. Videos that went viral this week online include a monkey riding a motorbike and attempting to steal a child. And with everything going on in 2020, I wasn't even shocked at this. Turns out he's even a serial offender. That's probably a yellow card offense, I won't lie to you. Elsewhere, founder of Tesla and multi-billionaire Elon Musk has named his and Grimes' new baby X space, a strange Scandinavian letter, space A-12. Alright, Stephen, here miss, we've actually got an exclusive video of how it's pronounced.
He even didn't fucking then he could have scored.
Listen, I just feel bad for the baby, alright? You know, it's gonna be a gutting feeling when they realise they're not gonna find their name on the side of a Coke can. But anyway, back to football, and it's not all doom and gloom. Because thanks to clearance from the German government and Angela Merkel, the Bundesliga is back in just 8 days as you're watching this video.
Well, alright lads. Guten Tag.
Having been delayed, German football will be the first to resume on May the 16th. And from here on in, fixtures such as SC Paderborn v Fortuna Dusseldorf are now the equivalent of the Champions League final. It's the return of Jadon Sancho, Timo Werner, Manuel Neuer, the large-headed, robotic 01101 binary form speaking Terminator that is Erling Haaland. He gave an interview on the subject, obviously very pleased with the news. And we can see how Robert Lewandowski's doing. Please, just start the league now, just with immediate effect. So we need to get this man away from his phone and distracted from these terrible dances. The decision to bring back German football seems to be having a mixed reaction amongst the public on social media. We can cross live to Gareth, 48, from Doncaster for his opinion on the matter. Listen, in my opinion, mate, they're only doing it so that Liverpool can be gifted the league again. The FA want the Scousers to win. It's as simple as that. If you think about it, the Bundesliga's German, Jurgen Klopp's German. Generally speaking, I think those that are using a global pandemic to push an agenda against Liverpool probably need to get a grip of their lives. There's much greater things going on in the world right now than just football, and even looking at that in isolation, excuse the pun, it's more than just Liverpool. Again, as I've always said, it's relegation, promotion, blah blah blah. I see it all the time on Twitter. Just void the season so Liverpool can't win it in the replies when something extremely serious is being talked about in the original tweet. And it's not even bias from me, because for once I'm gonna have to side with the Gareths. I know, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't want to have to be from Doncaster either. Why is the Bundesliga being resumed? Like, great, it's gonna be phenomenal for us to watch, it's brilliant entertainment, but there was 3 new cases of corona at Cologne literally this week. How can you restart the season when there's fresh cases still happening? If they think it's safe, then by all means go for it, but I can't personally see how it can be already, though in fairness the cases are a lot lower in Germany generally speaking. Meanwhile, here in the UK, we seem to have a different approach on the matter. We've got a suggestion that players should be training in face masks. Yeah, sorry, mate, I couldn't hear what you just said. What? Listen, mate, you're gonna have to take them. I can't hear what you... I said pass me the ball and make it a run in behind. Big man, I lost the ball 30 seconds ago. I was trying to work out what you were saying. There's the idea that Sky Sports presented in having CGI fans. I don't particularly see that working very well. Oh, look at that. That's a heartwarming moment, isn't it? Mo Salah giving a shirt to a young member of the crowd. I'm being told in my ear that his name is Small Child ID 15843. That's touching. That really really is. And on top of that, Peter Taylor has suggested shorter halves. Fam, listen, I'll tell you what, let's just do next goal wins as well. Let's do jumpers for goalposts, but inside, and the football is just a spherical globe of hand sanitizer. If it's this impossible, just firm it for longer. You do have to keep some integrity to the game. By all means, I want to win the league, but I don't want to do it playing futsal instead. Do you know what I mean? Now, the situation just isn't as serious for Croatian defender Dejan Lovren. It would appear as though he reckons coronavirus is a conspiracy, having backed the likes of David Icke, who have been suggesting that it's all to do with 5G towers. You can't even connect with your slide tackles, let alone faster mobile data. You'll be all good, big man. Now, internet sensation Mark Goldbridge has been streaming FIFA during the course of this week. One of his viewers popped in the chat with some pretty sad news, and this is how he dealt with the situation.
Jake Kerr says, my dog has just died enjoying the video. There's a comma. I don't think he's saying his dog died enjoying the video. I think he's saying his dog died, but he's enjoying this video. And not his dog. His dog can't enjoy it because it's dead. Very sad news about your dog. Goal! Get in! Get in! Sorry, I don't want to be dismissive of your dog, Jake. Commiserations about your dog.
Elsewhere on the anniversary of the great Leicester underdog story, Cesc Fabregas tweeted that today, 4 years ago, we won the Premier League. For Leicester City. Unsurprisingly, it's a shithousery award for you, Cesc. We've got 3 teens here being arrested for a pretty vile crime over in Philadelphia. You may be wondering how this links to football, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this character in a KSI video before. And on Instagram, Sky Sports posed the question, should Mohamed Salah be kept or sold? I think it's pretty easy to tell what Mo made of that question. This child is like 2.5 years old. How has he been able to flick it up and volley it like that? When I was that age, I couldn't even bend my legs properly to sit in the back of a trolley. However, it's not always that smooth as a parent at that young age. It would seem as though we know what Manchester City's home kit is going to look like for next season. It's literally diabolical. That's it for the segment. I wasn't even going to make a joke about it. Meanwhile, former Chelsea forward Solomon Kalou has been suspended by his current club Hertha Berlin for ignoring coronavirus hygiene rules. He filmed himself in a video on Instagram, I believe, shaking hands and fist bumping his teammates, even though he's not meant to be doing that. And apparently also complained about his wage cut that he's going to have to take because of the ongoing pandemic. The article here says that he walked in on defender Jordan Torunariga and the club doctor. Now, I don't know what he walked in on, but that sounds pretty suspect to me. But do you want an escape from how terrible life is right now? Well, why don't we take a look back down memory lane with FTW Rewind, taking a look at what was happening this week many, many years ago. Now, first of all,
Corner taken quickly, Origi!
I don't usually do this, but anyone who's not a Liverpool fan can just suck them on. You're just not going to experience anything like this. On top of that, this week in 2014, Jerome Boateng was spun into next Tuesday by Lionel Messi. He tweeted about it, actually, and reminded us all that he won the World Cup in 2014, I think. We don't care, alright? You're best known for breakdancing halfway through a Champions League tie. Back in 2002, Bayer Leverkusen missed out on 3 trophies in the space of 2 weeks. The German Cup, the Bundesliga, and the Champions League, thanks to that Zidane goal. They weren't too keen on the reminder. A gone-off lasagna prevented Tottenham from entering the Champions League back in 2006. They lost the game against West Ham on the final day of the season because all their players had food poisoning. Heard stories that Arsene Wenger fired his chef at Arsenal just so that he can be unemployed and thus get a job elsewhere in North London at Tottenham just to give them food poisoning so they couldn't get into UCL. He's Arsene Wenger, he's done it again. And finally, back in 1999, going into the final day of the season in League 2, Carlisle United and Scarborough were battling against each other to avoid relegation into the semi-professional conference. The game was over at Scarborough and they'd done enough to stay up. Meanwhile, at Carlisle United, they needed to score in the final minute. Up steps their goalkeeper, Jimmy Glass, who only ever played 3 games for the club. He scores with the final kick of the game and keeps his team in professional football. Then I don't think he ever played for them again. So, but listen, we can cut out that part of the story. Honestly, someone just slap me if I ever get to this level of boredom. Now, with no football going on, FIFA really has taken over, and that final Division 1 title decider on pro clubs really does mean a whole lot more now. Championship side Brentford have unveiled their new stadium from the inside, and genuinely, it looks catastrophic. My Tinder account is less lifeless than this, and I deleted it a month ago, so... Yeah, now, right, okay, I'm gonna interrupt here because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, lads, there's no still 0-0 this week. I've been frauding it long enough. There's no football happening, professional or amateur these days. But if you do want to feature in future episodes, if you've got stuff left over from your times playing earlier on this season, then feel free to send it to the email on the screen and I'll either react in a video or I will just spread it out across still 0-0. I'll put your, like, name down in the bottom of the screen so it's a chance to get in the videos. But now, for the plain ridiculous stories. Over at Angers, midfielder Farid El Malali has been arrested for beating his meat, swizzling his sausage in public. I know lockdown's hitting you hard, alright, but there's gotta be a line drawn. And finally, I mean, this is a good story, but also a completely mental one as well. A Congolese player, formerly of Schalke, has reappeared after being announced as dead in a car crash back in 2016. Basically, this guy is called Yannick Kamba, and he's recently been found alive and well in Germany. But back in 2016, he was reported to have lost his life in his home country in a car accident while still being contracted to like a semi-professional German team at the time. And then he's just kind of arrived back on the scene in Germany again. He's back working in his old job. Basically, he'd gone back to live in Congo, then applied to live back in Germany again in 2018. And people were like, big man, I thought... Anyway, it's brilliant news. I'm glad he's still doing well. Apparently, his ex-wife's getting sued, though, because she claimed the life insurance. So, that's a bit of a mazza, but the lawyers can deal with that. Anyway, that is it for football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on the video in these troublesome times, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm going to be streaming Football Manager in the next few weeks, and just for, like, the foreseeable future. So, I'd really appreciate it if you follow me over there. You can also do that on Twitter and on Insta. It's at the official FNG on all three. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.